Buggy is an incredibly important character in One Piece that fans know has risen to great importance in this last segment of the story. Buggy was introduced quite early into One Piece, and it was evident to the fans that he would be somewhat important in the long run. When Buggy was introduced in Orange Town, his connection to Shanks was abundantly clear. It was at this point that fans realized that Buggy was going to play a major role. Even though Luffy defeated Buggy, fans knew that he would return later down the line, and he certainly did. Now, in the final saga, Buggy has been revealed to be a Yonko, and while that feels undeserving right now, fans should keep in mind the possibility that he will go on to make this position his own in time. Buggy's role within the shadow of better people. Buggy's role in One Piece has been quite interesting right from the get-go. He was seen as a serious antagonist at the beginning of the series, but, as the story went on, Buggy was never given the respect that he so deserved. Of course, Oda built him to be a character made for laughs. But, at the same time, it was abundantly clear to the fans that Buggy continued to fail upwards. This was clearly seen when Buggy went to Impel Down, and somehow acquired an entire army of people. He left Impel Down with an even bigger force than ever before, many of which treated him like a god itself. In Marineford, Buggy survived a vicious war, and at the same time, once again, played a significant role, saving Luffy's life, along with doing much else. Buggy was offered the position of Shichibukai after, and once again, his rise in infamy, among other things, continued. Clearly, Buggy is an incredibly important character in One Piece, and now, he finds himself in the position of an emperor. It is clear for the fans to see that Buggy has continued to fail upwards. Now, he has become an emperor, even though he does not have the capabilities of being one. In many ways, Buggy has fooled the entire world, and clearly, he will go on to do this in the future as well. But, that doesn't mean Buggy doesn't have what it takes to be a worthy individual with kingly ambitions. Buggy has lived the significant part of his life in the shadow of better people. Even when he and Shanks served as apprentices on Roger's crew, Buggy was the weaker one. All attention was always meant for Shanks. In fact, Shanks was even seen as the next Roger by many, while Buggy was not paid attention to. Even in Loggertown, Shanks asked Buggy to be his underling, and this is something that Buggy rejected, because his pride was at stake. Once again, Buggy was seen as an individual in the shadow of Shanks. This continued right up until now, where Buggy has openly declared a war against Shanks and the other emperors in an attempt to claim the One Piece itself. Buggy's ambition and how it surpasses that of Mihawk and Crocodile. Buggy has more hunger than even Mihawk. In the recent chapters of One Piece, Buggy has been given attention to a certain degree. Fans saw him declare his ambition for the One Piece. While fans might think that Buggy was actually trying to trick the masses again and get others to do his dirty work for him, they couldn't be more wrong. Buggy is actually looking to claim the One Piece, and he wants to defeat Shanks, Luffy, and Blackbeard in an attempt to claim it. He truly believes that he can do this, and he wants to go head-to-head against these mighty forces and crush them in battle. Of course, Buggy also realizes that winning in a fight is not the only way to be the Pirate King. What matters truly is that Buggy has the ambition to be the Pirate King, and that is precisely what a Conqueror needs in the world of One Piece. This is something that Oda put into perspective through the characters of Mihawk and Crocodile. Both Mihawk and Crocodile are ambitious people. Fans know that for a fact. In fact, Mihawk might very well be a Conqueror's Haki user in the world of One Piece. But, the fact is that Buggy's ambition surpasses that of even Mihawk, and that was clearly seen in the story. Whereas Mihawk was sweating at fighting characters such as Shanks, Blackbeard, and Luffy, Buggy openly declared his ambition to do so. Crocodile and Mihawk were both perplexed by Buggy's ambition, but where they faltered, Buggy pressed his claim even further. Why Conqueror's Haki is inevitable for Buggy. Buggy will get a deserved power-up in One Piece. Giving Buggy's character Conqueror's Haki is inevitable for him at this point in the story. Now, fans might wonder as to why that is the case. For one, Buggy's ambition is massive, and he has a great appetite for growing even further in terms of strength. Sure, Buggy might not be the strongest, but he knows how to get close to the One Piece and fight these characters head-on. On top of that, Buggy's character arc, which has seen him remain in the shadow of better people for the better part of his life, needs progression. In order for it to progress properly, Buggy needs to go from someone who has always been in the shadows to someone worthy of being a conqueror. Buggy will most likely rise to the top and get Conqueror's Haki, and this moment will be incredibly important for him. Not only will it tell him that he can very well compete with the other Yonko in the One Piece world, but it will only boost his status in the One Piece world even further. Perhaps, characters such as Mihawk and Crocodile might truly start respecting him after this, and, together, aim to take down the other emperors as well. This would only enrich Buggy's character, and put the Cross Guild at a higher pedestal as well. Fans absolutely cannot wait to see what becomes of Buggy as he gains Supreme King Haki, and whether or not he will